One of the many ways that this congregation is blessed is that we have an endowment that we use a pretty good chunk of to just kind of send money out into the world to help spread blessing all over the place, some locally, some nationally, some internationally. And one of the organizations that we support is Kekeli Ghana. I think we gave our last grant about a year ago, roughly, to support them by building a playground. Am I right on that? Yes. Okay. So that is, I often say, we do, for a congregation our size, we do a lot of stuff in the world, and building a playground in Ghana is a pretty big thing. And we're very lucky to have Carrie here to share with us some of the work that Kekeli Ghana is doing and to give us a little update. She only comes to the United States like once a year, so we're glad to have her here with us. So Carrie, if you'd like to come up and share, that would be wonderful.
Thank you. It is wonderful to be back, and I'm so excited to share an update on the work we're doing. A lot has changed in the last year, and the playground has been an amazing part of our program. But I just want to start with how I got there. I do have some slides that can be rolling, some pictures to show you. But I first traveled to Ghana in 2002 when I was studying photography at Savannah College of Art and Design. And I had the opportunity to spend 6 months documenting daily life over there. And I learned so much about the culture that I decided that after I finished my degree, I would return to Ghana and see how best I could help, especially in the area of education, which I saw to be a huge area that I could work with photography and visual arts. So I spent a year in Ghana from 2005 to 2006 teaching an after-school program and learning about the education system and how the arts could help support especially vulnerable children and children who did not have access to education. So I returned and started Kekeli Inc. in the USA and Kekeli Foundation in Ghana. You can see one of our pictures from Ghana of one of our mothers on the farm. During that year that I spent, I realized disability was a major issue, and I wanted to focus on how we could support the area of disability. Now, it was a big stigma that we were working with. Children with disabilities often are left out of the community, hidden away, and having them access education was a big part of my program. So you can see we've put up a model inclusive school. We started the program for education in 2010, but we put up this school in 2019 when we saw that there are a lot of challenges for our children to access education. Now, part of this school was the playground, so you can see the swing set here, which was supported by the UCC funding. The children that we work with, this is often their first time being able to access education and being able to play with their classmates on the playground. You can see Achu Wonder and Prince here. They're thrilled to come to facility and spend a portion of the day on the playground where they can interact. We bring out musical instruments and other sensory items for the kids to play with during that time. We've also been able to put up materials for a maze and other items in the playground so that we can do a lot of the therapy, both speech therapy, physical therapy, outdoors with the kids. So we bring a lot of the items from the classroom into that as well. So you can see we've also, what you can't see here is we've planted a lot of flowers and trees, which over the next year will start to bloom. And you'll see that added maybe next year when I come in pictures. So there's a lot of things that are developing over the year. We put a canopy over the swing set because of the sun. We wanted to make sure that the kids could use it anytime because they always wanted to be outside on the playground. So you can see our staff are working hard to put up the canopy to provide some shade for the kids. Now, we spend at least about an hour every day outside with the kids on this playground, and they're having a great time. I think it's the best part of the program for them. You can see the girl here, Juliana, on the right. She comes to the facility twice a week. They live about an hour from our facility, but because of our program, they're able to come twice a week and get speech therapy and physical therapy and interact with the other kids in the program. Now, I want to share just Juliana's story and the mother's story as well. The mother first came to us, this is her mother, about 5 years ago. We met them at the hospital when Juliana was being admitted for a severe malnourishment, and Juliana has cerebral palsy as well. So the mother was really struggling with the situation and asked for our support. So we were able to develop a feeding program for Juliana and educated the mother on the cause of cerebral palsy, which was often not known by many of our families. And so with that knowledge and the education, she started to advocate for the rights of her child, and Juliana was getting more access to services within the hospital and through our facility. Now, Juliana's mother also shared her challenges personally. You know, a single mother living on her own. She was struggling with accommodation. She was struggling with work. Often in Ghana, when you have a child with disability, if you're selling things at the market, people might not buy from you because they feel it's contagious and that their children will also get the disability if they buy from you. So we encouraged the mothers to continue with the work they were doing in the past. And with that knowledge, Juliana's mother started making those brooms again that she saw in the pictures. She used to make them before she gave birth to Juliana, and she started making them again and has been selling them at different markets in the area. And she's used that as an opportunity to start saving money as well. And she was doing that for 2 years, and she was able to renew her rent on her own through that as well. So you can see with all the education the organization has been able to provide to Juliana's mother, she's been able to continue with her work. She's been able to get education and health care for Juliana, as well as, you know, able to be more independent by renewing her rent and continue with her work. So, oh, we're back. So we're really excited about the progress we are making at the facility. Now the playground, as we continue to use it and we see that it's growing, we'll share more photos over the next year. We are developing more of the facility. We're putting up the primary school right now, class 1 through 3, and we're also putting up a clinic for the community as well as for our children to access healthcare within our school compound. So we're developing more and more every day. So by next year, we will likely have 2 more buildings up to show you, and we'll see more development with the playground and the classroom setting as well. So thank you very much for all your support and for the UCC support. It has been amazing to see how the kids have been able to develop with the support of the playground, as well as the education that we're able to give them through that. Thank you very much.